Shuri Mary Jane Moses Vaji, Tedlit Gwich'in Ichli, Tedlit Je Gwich'at Ichli, Sha'at Georgie Moses Vilji, September 2016 Vakwa. 1979 Gwich'at Old Crow Ichu, Trinene Kai Shi'i Tat Shiche Dong Shi'i. My late parents were Mary and William Vitraqua of Fort McPherson. My mother was born in the Blackstone area in the early 1900s. My mother was traditionally raised up by her grandmother. Joe Henry and Joe Martin were also raised up with my mother. So my roots come from the Blackstone area. I have heard the stories that my mother told of her life on the land, surviving and subsisting off of the land up in the Blackstone area. My grandmother, Jemima Kendi, my mother's mother, is buried up by Cache Creek. My mother was just about a year old when her parents passed away, so she was taken in by her grandmother. My mother was a strong woman. I have learned many skills from her, which I apply to my life today. Skill sets like making dry meat, knowing how to live on the land at a bush camp, looking after your family, etc. I was raised up traditionally on the land with 7 sisters and 2 brothers. I have retained my language but lost the ability to speak when I was in residential school. Today, I never let that stop me. I work as a heritage coordinator for Vantat Gwich'in First Nation. Transcribed many of the stories of the Vantat Gwich'in elders from Gwich'in to English. I also use my Gwich'in language in my films today. My language is part of who I am, therefore I carry it proudly. One of my passions I am most proud of is being a Gwich'in filmmaker, producing culturally based films since 2001. I have 9 short films to my credit, my stories told in my own way. Filmmaking has taken me to many places like Tromsø, Norway in 2005 to show imprints of our ancestors, part 1. Other places I have traveled are Vancouver and Edmonton. Today, many of my films can be viewed at ourworldlanguage.ca. Masicho. The land is our best teacher, second to the elders' teachings. The land is also a healer. Respecting the land and animals is a big part of our Gwich'in culture and traditions. The teachings of how to be a good provider is passed down through the generations. Our life with all that is around us, our ecosystem, is shaped by the land and environment we live in. Using the knowledge and teachings handed to us is very important and essential. This is where we learn respect for everything. If we don't learn that, we have hard times. We have to be good, responsible land stewards so that all is in balance and that our lives are sustained by the animals that we depend on for our survival and our sustenance. We have to be able to adapt to climatic changes around us and conserve where and when we have to conserving for our future generations after us. It is healing to be on the land, to be able to ground ourselves from a fast-paced society. It's refreshing to be on the land, to be quiet in our own minds, a spiritual regeneration where we truly feel good inside. Something about getting in touch with ourselves, of how it used to be. We feel good being on the land, eating and sleeping good, de-stressing ourselves. It's good medicine just to be out in nature. To live our traditional ways is key to our communities. To have healthy people, we have to go back to the land where we got our teachings and be connected once again. It all takes effort and commitment.